Word of advice for my guys that run up in the colder states during the winter: let your truck warm up. A lot of guys get in the truck, might let it run for about a minute, maybe two, and they're pulling right off. Bad idea. I mean, you shouldn't even do that with a car. I've always been against that, even with vehicles. Smaller vehicles, rather. Yeah, but let your truck warm up. And if you notice, what I normally do is I wait until my temperature starts coming up off that 100. Even if you got to get up earlier or whatever you need to do so you can leave early, get up early enough to let that truck warm up long enough to let that temperature get up, because it's going to take a good little bit for that temperature to come up. And remember, that oil is very thick when it's cold, so your pump is pumping that cold oil, and hence is one of the reasons I blew off that oil manifold on mine. Even though my oil manifold plastic was old and weak, it didn't help that, you know, when I started it up in the morning, it was so thick, and I'm sure that aided in helping to make that piece fail. So what you want to look for, I'm going to show you the temperatures. The temperature and the oil temperature are usually going to run neck and neck. Hang on. So if you see the temperature here, that's the water temperature. And if you see here is the oil temperature, they're running neck and neck. You want to let that thing come up at least to where it's off of the 100. Now I'm at 150. Oh, not 150. Listen to me. About 120-ish, 130-ish. I'm ready to go ahead and rock and roll. I usually let it come up to about past the 1. That's the oil. I usually let the oil come up. And they will fluctuate once the temperature is hot, where it's under normal temperature. You'll see there might be a little bit of a variance between the oil and the coolant, because the oil does absorb more heat. But that's a whole nother video. But starting out, they'll start being neck and neck. And even if you can see what I'm saying about the oil absorbs more heat, you see the oil is slightly hotter now than the temperature. You see? So what happens is when it's hot, when the normal operating temperature, you'll find that the oil will be a little bit hotter because the oil has to absorb more of the engine's heat. Quick lesson in mechanics: oil has 3 properties. 1 is to lubricate. 2 is also to clean the engine. And 3 is to absorb heat from the engine. All right, this your boy QDZ Double E's, another episode of How About It, drivers. Let them trucks warm up.